Welcome to Bearing It All with Rose and Chrystal.
Where the conversations get real, emotions run raw, and nothing is filtered.
Buckle up because we're bearing it all, deep diving into everything from motherhood to mental health and everything in between. We want to get to know you, each other, and our bodies, and things are going to get spicy.
Real spicy. Are you ready for it?
Let's do it.
Welcome back to another episode of Bearing It All
with Rose and Chrystal.
Do you like my little intro?
I know we haven't been back for a while now.
I'm feeling a bit of dopamine hit from this.
I know I came in the studio and it has that certain musty smell and I was a bit like, oh.
It smells like an old lady's shoebox.
It does, but I felt like it was like nostalgic. I felt happy. I was like, I can't wait to sit down and record and just unwind. And we do most of our like chats potty and we just like download with each other and then we get into the potty. But today we're just downloading with you guys. We're just letting it.
It's like keeping up with the Kardashians, but like keeping up with Rose and Chrystal.
Yeah.
What have we been doing?
Except our life isn't as glamorous or
I don't know about that.
I don't have, well, it's exciting. I don't have a private jet.
We've all got, you've got 100 kids like Kim, so.
yeah, but I actually look after them.
That is true. That is true. Well, how long did we actually have off? Because I was trying to think about it and I was like, was it 4 weeks? Maybe it was 6 weeks.
It could have been 6 weeks now. Yeah, it would have absolutely been 6 weeks. My surgery was, I think I'm 8 weeks out now. No, it might be 8 weeks.
Longer.
2 months.
That went so fast.
It did. So you went away to Bali for 2 weeks.
Yeah, when did I go? I can't remember.
September.
But oh my God, we had a good break.
We had a good break. It was good. How was Bali anyway?
Bali was fun, but also exhausting.
You took the kids. It was 2 weeks.
Yeah, took the kids. And you know what? Like you would think traveling with kids that are 10 and 13, life would be a breeze.
You would think it'd be a bit easier.
No way, fuckers.
Why?
Because Natalia whinged the entire time that her feet hurt, she was sweating, she was hot, the flies, just in general. I don't even know if it was flies, but just bugs in general.
Yeah.
Lizard. Oh my God, there's a lizard. I'm like, yes, babe, they live here. There's so many lizards. Like she just was annoying like constantly.
Bored, you think? Or
she just wanted to be on FaceTime with her friends 24/7. I was like, we have come to an international country for a holiday and you just want to FaceTime your friends.
yeah, actually I found like when my girls were there in January, we just had to let them be. They'd go back into the room and they'd get on it like, I don't know what their socials are, Snapchat, all of that, and they just want to be chatting to their friends and having a real big chill moment on the phones.
Don't judge me as a parent though. Like there was a few nights where like we went to dinner just outside the hotel.
Yeah.
Not far. I left her behind.
Yeah.
I was like, lock the bedroom, lock
But she
the
was with
hotel
Levi.
door. No.
Oh, he came.
She was by herself and I was like, fuck, I better not have a Maddie McCann on my situation happening here. But then I was like, fuck, if anyone does steal her, they'll give her back within like less than 24 minutes.
You just really needed a break.
No, and she just wanted to eat room service and be on her phone. So I was like, you know what, lock the door and I'll FaceTime you just to double check that you're all good.
Yeah, but it's like going
what
downstairs.
Do I do? I can't drag her.
No, they don't want to. And you don't want to eat room service. So stuff that.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like Hard Rock. Like you can go downstairs to Jamie's and just eat downstairs.
Yeah.
So you're not really leaving the vicinity.
Yeah, that's right. I wasn't too far away. I was literally like just outside.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, that's...
Haters come at me.
I know. You know what? People judge for everything. I saw some lady like having a go at parents for, giving their kids cereal. And so I was showing everyone what I got from Costco today. And I
ginormous box of Tito's and Milo.
I got the two double huge boxes of fucking Milo cereal and then the Cheerios.
Let's be honest, in your household, that's going to be gone in like 3 days.
That's my point. And I was like, they're wanting it for breakfast and they're wanting it for afternoon snacks and sometimes after dinner. And I'm just like, just give mamas a break.
It's not the worst thing they could eat.
No, it's not like they're eating shit 24/7. Like, yes, they have a bit of sugar in their cereal, but they're not eating like crap all fucking day.
Yeah. Man, my kids eat Fruit Loops. Also, come at me.
I am sick of the judgment. I'm like, give us a break. Christmas is coming up. Let me just give my kids a cereal. 'Cause as soon as I picked up that box, I feared that when I was showing it on Instagram, someone's going to be like, oh my God, look at the shit you give your kids.
I'm sure it's going to happen.
Like I'm sure.
100%. But
Yeah.
who gives a,
I was like, stop judging.
But also, like, my dear friend over here, both of us are actually celiacs. Like, what are the chances?
Oh, I know.
And we're both dickheads because we just, like, love bread. And
We love dabbling with a little bit of wheat, but
our guts do not like us. And unfortunately for you, you got a bit of ulcerated colitis.
yeah. So mine is, so I'm celiac. It doesn't mean you have ulcerative colitis. So I've recently found out that I've got ulcerative colitis, and I also had a bowel resection.
But ulcerated colitis can come from eating wheat, right? I'm pretty sure.
Don't
I think
know.
I think you can irritate
Yes.
from eating things that you're not supposed to eat.
Yeah. So it's no more dabbling in the wheat area for me because I've had parts of my bowels cut out. So you went to Bali and we were originally going to go together as
Yes.
families.
I was
and-
pissed off at you. I was like, why do you have to have like a serious surgery?
I was like, and then I was like getting FOMO because I was like, why do I have to have a serious surgery right now? So I found out probably 2 months before we were due to like book or leave. And that was it. It was all on because some people were like, oh, why don't you? Because you can go on medication to manage ulcerative colitis, but my bowels were damaged, like really bad. I was bleeding down there. There was all sorts of stuff going on. And they also found like endometriosis.
While they were doing the surgery.
While they were doing surgery. So I was like, that's a fucking problem for another day.
Shit.
So that's something I'm going to have to do.
Did that make you be like, oh yeah, that makes sense? Or well, not really.
Well, the thing is, because I was already getting so much pain and discomfort with my stomach and my gut issues for so long, I've been suffering with this like on and off for like years. But this past year, like has been intense. Like
You've been struggling.
I've been going to the doctor and saying like I'm so tired, I'm not feeling well, my guts is constantly irritated. Every time I eat, I get burning, and it was constantly put down to like you've probably eaten wheat, or you do have 4 kids, you've got a big family, you work full-time hours, your husband works away, so of course you're tired, babe. So like fobbed off, typical thing as like a female and a woman. I think you really do have to advocate for yourself.
The only issue with this I get annoyed about is like if you had have left this any longer, you could literally have a stoma bag.
Yes. Yep.
That is the scary thing. Like imagine if you had left this another year.
I don't think I could have.
No.
My surgeon was like, he goes, I can guarantee you that at least by the end of the year, you would have ended up in emergency surgery and you would have ended up in hospital for a month.
Shit.
That's how bad it could have got. And definitely I could have ended up with an ostomy bag. Yeah. So even during that surgery, I could have ended up with a temporary stoma and ostomy bag. And the first thing I did when I woke up was stress out because he said, look, I'm just letting you know that if I have to, we're going to do it because we're not, we're going to do it properly. And I was like, so I wake up out of like in recovery and I'm like, oh, do I have a poo bag? Do I have a poo bag? And everyone's like, the nurses come running over, I think, because I'm like in and out. And they were like, no, Roseanne, you haven't soiled yourself. And I was like, no, do I have a poo bag? And they're like, oh, a poo bag. Oh, an ostomy bag? No, we didn't have to do a stoma because you've also got to mark your stoma.
Oh, right.
So before you go in for surgery, like because everybody where they sit.
Did they do that?
Yeah, I had to. So I'm allowed to mark my own.
Where you would want it.
So they're like, this is the vicinity. Where do you want it?
Stop it. I did not know.
You mark it yourself often because if I sit down, like there's certain places that it would be a roll.
Uncomfortable.
So I put it here because then it would sit flat when I'm sitting.
And like also you know how high your pants.
Yes.
You wear your pants and stuff.
I wear my pants and if I do it any lower, I've got like another roll. So I don't want it to tuck into my roll. My big.
I did not know that was an option.
I didn't know you got to choose your own stoma.
I need to ask my cousin about this because he's got a stoma bag.
Yeah.
I'm like, did you mark the spot?
How old was Matt when he got a stoma? Oh. Or when he got, because he's got no bowels. Does he? Does he have bowels? Like, did they remove all these?
I can't remember. I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works. But anyways, similar situation, severe ulcerated colitis. Like, sorry, Matt, for saying this, but do you know that when you have a stoma bag, they sew up your bum hole?
I didn't know that. That's when you got it permanently.
Permanent?
Yeah.
You have no bum hole.
Well, you've got a bum hole.
There's no hole.
But there's
They
no
stitch
actual
it up.
hole. But
They
you've got to
stitch it up. Like if you moon somebody, imagine that. Like
it's just a perfect little tight.
It's just a white nothing.
Oh, well, you don't need it.
I know, but I was like, imagine never farting again.
Yeah, but you do fart. Your stomach can fart
Yes,
involuntary.
yes.
That's the thing.
He did say this. He said that like the bag farts, like he'll be out on a job
you
site
can't do
and
anything.
his bag will just go. Like imagine you
don't
can't even
have-
hold it in. I mean, these days I don't anyway.
I know. She farts on me, the dirty bitch. Like you came up to my leg and you just like, I'm like,
You're like my comfort space. Like I could fart on you and not worry.
yeah, I know you don't worry. I could tell. Like it was out. I was like, it was wet.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was not okay with the thought of getting a stoma bag. Like I'm quite body positive and like, you know,
It's
but
a
I was
lot.
like, come on. I've gone through
No,
enough.
like I feel like, you know, having it's a massive life change.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that. And also I was just like, it's just another fucking thing to worry about and I just don't have time for it.
Instead of taking nappies out with you, you got to take one of them little pouches.
No.
If you soil yourself, you got to change it. You got to tip it out.
Can't be bothered. But in saying that, I just think, you know, push yourself, advocate for yourself. If you're not feeling well, just keep going to the doctors. And if you have to change doctors like I did, do it because everybody, it's not that one doctor's stupid. It just means that he might actually think that that's what the problem is. And you just might need a second opinion for someone that's willing to investigate further. And I just think to myself, thank fuck that I have come to the bottom of it because I actually feel so much better. I'm not bleeding anymore. I haven't needed to run to the toilet quite as often now.
So you've not shit yourself.
I'm not, okay, let's be honest.
Did you see that post I sent you yesterday? It was like, you know, it's a good day when you haven't shit yourself. I was like, something like that. I don't know
I
what
loved
it was.
it. It was actually pretty good. You're like, when you're having a bad day, it was
Yeah.
something like when you're having a bad day, but you haven't shit yourself. So like, it's not that bad.
Not that bad.
So yeah, no, I haven't shat myself, which is great but I still carry my underwear around and my
Just in
my puppy
case.
pads in the back seat. Just
In case. I had to rush home today. I had my Christmas shopping in the boot and I thought, do I put all the bags on my arms to go inside just to get the car emptied or just go inside because it was coming.
urgent.
I had
Yep.
the full blown cramps. I was like, oh, this is going to be power chucking.
What did you do? Just
from
run?
my
I would have
arsehole.
just run in.
Yeah, I ran in.
Yeah, I was going to say leave the bags. Leave
I
the
know,
bags.
but there's something about me that's like, oh, just do the one trip.
yeah, yeah.
I'm lazy.
Yeah, and you have to take everything in on the one
Everything.
trip. Yeah, I'm a bit like that.
But I left it. I was like, oh.
Yeah, but that's my point. And also, like, so many people bloating. You know when you bloated all the
yeah.
time? That's fucking not normal. My surgeon was like, actually, bloating's normal, like period bloating, like if you've eaten too much, if you've eaten wheat and you're a celiac, blah, blah, blah. But bloating every
Constant
day
bloating, yeah.
and painful bloating, get it checked out. Bitches, get it checked out.
Do you know what too though? Like this is the thing with me. I bunny hop doctors like a
Yeah.
lot, but that's because I become known to doctors as like a hypochondriac. Yeah, because
do
I
you
always
say?
think I like.
Oh, you think you're dying?
I always think I'm dying. So
What if you...
yeah, that's also a thing though. Like I could actually be dying and then be like, you're a hypochondriac.
Yep.
This is why I get annoyed because people go with lumps to doctors and then they're like,
That's
no,
your
it's
fear.
nothing. That's my fear.
Yep.
So I remember one day, I'm going off topic here, but I went and had a blood test done. I got a phone call and it was like my white or red blood cells were high or low. Can't remember which one. I went to Dr. Google. I had leukemia. I started calling my family. I've got leukemia.
did?
I did. I'm going to die.
You're convinced.
I'm convinced. Dr. Google told me that if my white or red blood cells,
There
can't
is
remember,
one, yeah. But super
whatever it was leading to leukemia. I
And
was
you were having a panic
anyway.
attack.
I rang my doctor and I was like, I need to get in like right now. You need whatever. Went in there and she's like, babe, you've just got an infection. I was like, oh, I don't have leukemia. Yeah. See what I mean? This is why they call me a hypochondriac.
Okay, fair. This is why Dr. Google's not that safe.
No, and my doctor who I saw as a child, I started seeing the same doctor for my kids.
Yep.
Every time I went in there, he'd be like, why are you in here today, Chrystal? Did you find a lump or a bump or a something?
You scraped your
This
leg.
is how he used to talk to me. And
Nah.
he used to just keep saying to me, you didn't need to come in today. I'm like, fuck you.
But you do need to keep coming in.
I know. And so I got annoyed with him and I didn't want to see him
leave.
anymore.
You have to leave. You have to leave him.
I was like,
he
I'm not
knows you
seeing
too well.
He knows me too well.
Yeah, but you probably were coming in for a lump and a bump and a scratch and a...
I think I was booked in every 3 days. No, I'm joking.
Jesus Christ. I'm joking.
I'm not that bad, but
Yeah.
I get concerned
Yeah.
about things.
When did that come? Where did that come from?
I don't know.
That's come from something like that's.
Probably my mum always telling me, if you do this or do that.
Oh my God, Italian mums.
Yeah.
100%.
If you catch a bus, you're going to get raped. That's what it was. For me. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I wasn't allowed to catch a bus until I was 17 years old.
Oh my God. Yeah. I thought I was going to catch a cold, like that cold comes into your feet, and Vicks Vapor Rub apparently solves everything though.
Also, oh my God, today's just a tangent. I had a lump in my neck when I was little.
Yes.
Like a little tiny lump.
Yes.
The doctor told my mum that it was like a fatty cysty gland.
Yes.
Right? Don't worry, Rose, it'll go away. Every day she felt that lump to see if it was getting bigger.
It's coming from your mum.
Every day.
Paranoia.
And then she used to tell people, I hope that lump isn't cancer. I hope that lump isn't cancer. So I think she's passed some sort of like genetic thing onto me where like I'm concerned all the time that I'm going to get cancer. But my fatty lump did go away.
It did go
It's
away.
probably somewhere else in my body right now. I don't know.
Does it move? I don't know about fatty
it
lumps.
was right here in my middle of my neck, and I don't know.
It's gone.
It went away
Your
one day.
mum was paranoid, and then that's where it's come from.
Yeah. And my nonna used to go, stop touching it. You're going to move it around. You're going to pop it or blah, blah, blah. Anyways, guys, I'm fucked up in the head, right?
No, I'm sure you're actually not the only one. But
No.
then there's your polar opposite, me. Never goes to the doctor.
You're always
Never.
like, I'll be okay.
I'll be like, I'll be fine until I'm not fine. But this year I realised that for me to go to the doctor, there's something wrong. Like I don't go. Like my history shows me never going.
But you're also the kind that will be like, the doctor will say, hey, you've got this wrong with you. And you'll be like, oh, yeah, cool. I'll sort that out in like 2 years.
Yeah, probably. Like
That
I
is
once
you.
had a broken toe. I broke my big toe, and I think I walked on it for like, I don't know, months, 2 months.
Can you fix a broken toe?
Yeah, you've got to actually, like the big toe you can.
Oh, right.
think.
Because I've broken toes before, but I didn't.
Oh, it was hurting. My whole foot was on fire. Like I could barely walk on it. But
Lord.
I just ignore it. But that's my point. Just be somewhere in the middle, I think.
I also was roller skating about 2 years ago, and
Yeah.
I was trying to show off in front of all my daughter's friends, and I was like going backwards, like really cute.
Yeah.
Like, oh, look at me. I'm Xanadu. Anyways, don't realize that this woman has fallen over, and I go backflip over the top of her and land on my knee, and it's been sore ever since.
Oh, no, that's never getting fixed, mate. You're
I
too old now.
haven't gone to the doctor though.
Doesn't matter.
That's world record. I didn't go to get it
You
checked,
didn't go get it checked. You just thought you had a stack.
but it's still sore. If I lean on it, it still hurts.
Too bad it's forever now. Knees don't get rid. We're too old for that shit.
That's true.
Speaking of too old, oh my God, I am going to be 40 in Feb. My birthday's coming up right up at my ass.
And you're actually pissing me right off.
Oh, angel numbers.
We were talking about this today.
Sorry, I just looked at my phone and it's
444.
444. I always say
talking
that.
about this.
I see 444 and I've seen 222 today. I love a good angel number.
You do. Why don't we talk about the 222, because it's a new number for you.
Oh.
You normally see the 444.
444 is, what is it, like protection, I think, and isn't it like you're on the right path or
Yeah.
something?
But you were reading today what the 222 stands
Oh,
for.
what did 222 stand for again? There's obviously someone on here that knows it way better than me, but I will
Just Google it.
I am Googling it. Hold on. 222, associated with balance, collaboration, love and harmony. Trust that everything is working out exactly as it's supposed to. Let go and have faith. So, okay, that I'm on the right path. Is that what we're saying? So partnership, balance, harmony, all good things. When you see the 2 in an angel number, it could refer to relationships with another person or finding balance in your own life. For example, adjusting your work-life balance. Okay.
That's very interesting.
Yes, this angel number emphasizes the importance of careful consideration. Slow and steady wins the race. Keep working towards your goals and trust that the universe has your back. I love that.
You probably need a bit of that, because Rosie over here had to have, I'm going to say, life-changing surgery, because that's what it is. Like, you could have gotten severely ill and you made a decision to get yourself sorted. But in turn with that, like any kind of bowel surgery, intestine surgery, whatever you have, you have to go on this like diet, right?
Yeah.
Because they don't want you to shit a brick, literally. Like they want you to make sure that
You've got to go to the toilet like well
and soft.
softened and soft.
Yeah.
You can't rupture any of the stitches down there, or you can go septic. And yeah, it was intense. I was nervous about the surgery at first, but then I also didn't think that recovery was going to be that hard.
Oh yeah, baby.
I really played it down. I was like, I'm going to be fine. I'm literally going to be like that, because they tell you you're going to be walking straight away. They get you up day one.
Yeah.
And so I was like, give me a week or two. I even told my management, my Insta management was like, look, I need a full week off, but I'll be sweet. I was dead. I think for 2 weeks, I I barely got out of bed. First week, I don't even know where I was. And then week 3, I was struggling. And Craig works FIFO. So Craig left on week 3 and I was stuck at home with the kids. Don't get me wrong, I had family come over. I had friends come over and just spend a day with me.
Excuse me, week 3, you returned back to the salon too. And I just remember you walking in the door and I almost bowled you over.
Yeah, you did.
Because I hadn't seen you yet. And I was like so emotional. And you're like, be careful, I'm still sore.
Yeah,
and I was like, I forgot.
You gave me the biggest hug. You came in and rugby tackled me. I was like, oh no.
Oh, I totally didn't even think.
I had no energy and I was sore and I was bloated and
I just remember you being at the back and you were like, oh my, I'm sore. And I was like, should you be here right now?
I know, but I was at the back. I was doing some, work. I was on the computer. I felt like that was fine and I was getting very bored at home. I was staring at 4 walls 24/7. And I was like, I can't take this anymore.
And she didn't have the energy to rearrange her pantry.
No. So I couldn't even take out a drawer. I would do stuff. If I'm at home, I'll pull out a drawer and reorganize it, or I'll find something
whatever to do.
Whatever. Just it won't be important. But yeah. And then I think as well though, when you have big things happen in your life, whether that be, a surgery or even someone passing, work changes, something changes in your life. And I think sometimes, I don't know if you can agree with this, you see how people show up for you.
100%. We've already delved into this.
Yes.
Remember, after my dad's death, there was many people that I was like, see ya.
Yeah. For me, I think I'm turning 40 this year and I've gone on about it this year because
it's a big milestone.
It's a big milestone, and I think I'm not the only one. I think I was the same at 30, but something about turning 40, I feel like it's that real midlife where we're tipping point. This whole year has been about building myself better, getting better within myself, mind, body, spirit, sorting my life out, seeing where I wanted to go. I didn't make any big plans to change jobs, things like that. But I made plans to be better and be in a good space and build my life up in a better way.
But even just I feel definitely for you, you're starting to tolerate less shit.
Yes, I am a recovering people pleaser. Very, very much. I was raised like that though too. Don't stir the apple cart, be the good girl, don't cause trouble. Dad always used to say to me, and he doesn't say it in a bad way, and there's nothing wrong with it. He's like, be the peacemaker. That was his thing with me. Don't cause when someone's fighting, be the peacemaker, be the peacemaker. And as much as it's great to create peace, it also created burnout.
I feel like peacemakers get into burnout because they're so on top of trying to smooth things all over all the time,
make things happy for everyone.
Just get so tired and drained by it.
I think the perfect analogy for it is when you're trying to keep everybody else happy, you make the only person that you leave out is yourself, and the only person that ends up not happy is me.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying that I wasn't happy, but I was definitely feeling like I was just left out, leaving myself out of the equation. But what I was saying about the surgery, for me, I felt like I noticed who showed up in my life, who was present, who made time for me. And I'm not usually a needy person, but this time for some reason it hit different. Who rang up and checked in and who dropped by my house without being asked, or people dropped groceries off or sent food for the kids. And I was so grateful, so touched. I cried so many times during the last 8 weeks at the beauty of what people have done and shown me, but also been shocked at the way that some people have acted in the sense of their lack of presence
and care factor.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, this has made me put a lot of boundaries in place, and I'm really proud of myself. But I hate it. I also hate it.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like shit.
I think both of us, like, we are both people pleasers, and I'm exactly the same boat as you now. And I think we've had this discussion like most days.
Yep.
We need to set boundaries.
We absolutely do. But it feels shit to set boundaries.
It does. Because not only, like, also too, when you put your foot down and you stand strong, people don't like it.
Yeah, and some people are quite forward in telling you how they don't like it, or make it very known that they are not happy with the fact that you're putting in a boundary that they've never been used to you putting any boundaries in place. They've never been used to you saying no.
Yeah.
Or, you know.
Or please don't talk to me like that, or, you know, I won't tolerate you doing this or
calling
whatever.
them out, or just, you know, pulling yourself away from a situation. So I'm more a person that when, like, I found myself, I'll just pull myself out.
Yeah.
So I don't need to make a fuss, but if I feel like
She hits reverse.
Yeah, I hit reverse. I'm like, no more for you then. I'm not going to do anything else for you because I know that I'm not wanted or appreciated in this space. But that has been massive for me because it hurts me to do that more than people think.
100%. When you've been a people pleaser like your whole entire life, to then change how you do things, not only is it a shock for you, but it's a massive shock for them.
For other people.
Humongous.
Yeah.
I've seen it myself. When I first,
You do it a lot, yeah.
When I first
you're a
owned the
giver.
business, I'm telling you now, I got trampled on.
Yeah, I know.
Trampled on like a fucking elephant stampede.
Because you wanted to keep your staff so happy. You wanted to make it the most beautiful workplace. You wanted to give them everything and make them feel valued, but also still be a nice boss. So you are a nice boss.
I was getting, like, I just felt like I was at ultimate burnout 24/7. And now, totally different. Like, now I've set a lot of boundaries. I'm still trying, like, there's still a part of me that's people pleaser. I don't think we'll ever get rid of that. Like, me and you are still always going to have that, but we're only going to give it to people who deserve it.
Yes. Yeah.
That's where it's at.
I think you've, like I said, the way I was trying to relate it to being 40 is that I don't want to put my energy in people or things that don't deserve my time anymore because I might only have 40 years to live. If I'm lucky enough to live to 80, I don't want to fucking waste those years. I'm in my final, you know, I'm on the other
Is this
side.
midlife crisis, 40?
Yeah, I think so. Well, if you live
Or is
till
it 50?
80.
Well, yeah, it would be 40,
Well,
right?
I don't know how many people are living till 100. I mean, that's
that's
amazing.
true.
So say you're living to an average of 80, 85. This could
Yeah.
be your midlife. And I'm thinking, what do I want for the next 40 years?
What do you want?
Yeah.
Do you know?
I don't. Yeah, I do. I want to live large, larger than life. I want to be myself. I want to be more of myself. I want to travel. I want to enjoy my family. I want to just, I don't know, live authentically has always been my thing, and I do that quite well. But I think I'm just going to say yes to more of the things that light me up because what I was saying yes to things and people that were draining me so much. And we've all got those people in our lives that either fill our cup up or drain us. And it's okay. You need a balance of both. But you can't have too many people that are constantly draining you. It's toxic.
I literally shared something on my story this morning. It said, one thing I made peace with in 2024 is that I don't have to. I don't have to go beyond. I don't have to go above and beyond for others. I don't always have to be the bigger person. I don't have to fix what I didn't break. I don't have to show up for those who don't show up for me. And I definitely don't have to sacrifice my own happiness to please anyone else. It resonated so hard with me.
Powerful. Mate, wow.
I've just been sharing all the shit on Instagram lately and people are messaging me going, "You're right, hon." I'm like, I'm better than ever.
Sometimes it's not about you being not all right. It's the fact that it's those moments where you really like, it resonates with. When you read that out, I was like, I don't have to fix things that I didn't break.
And how often do we do that?
Fuck that. I feel like, okay, my girlfriend Renee, if you're listening, said to me yesterday, Rose, I'll say she is not your project to fix. So this person she was talking about was, Renee said to me, she is not your project to fix.
So true.
Like, because obviously I want to heal, I want to make them feel better, but it's not always my job or anyone's job. Sometimes you can't make someone heal. You can't make someone feel better if they don't want it for themselves.
But also, why is it your problem that she has seen something from the exterior and then feels a certain way about it? That's her problem.
Oh, I know. I feel like we're talking in cryptic moments. But
We are.
Yes. But basically, I'm
going to read you another one I shared. I was on a sharing stream this morning.
Okay, please.
This is another one.
I think we all need to hear it.
I was extremely sad for how someone treated me, but then I remembered how kind I am to people. That's a reflection of me. How people treat me is a projection of their own character and not a reflection of my value. May I always remember that. Sounds like Bible.
Oof.
Bible.
But it is so true because the way that people often treat you, or if they say something and spill something nasty at you, it is a projection of how they're feeling. And it's not always about you. So I also read something and it says, take nothing personally. Because often if someone's really upset and they're lashing out, it's actually not often about you at all.
Yeah.
You're just the person they're taking it out on. And it doesn't mean
you've
it's
triggered
right.
something. You've triggered something within them that's like, oh, that hurt a nerve or you know.
I trigger people every day online because, people don't like to see me wiggling and jiggling my body. I get it told every day, like how disgusting it is.
I still don't get that.
I know.
Like I'm like, well, don't watch my stories then. Like if you don't like,
I think it's because we were all brought up in that era, like that you shouldn't, if you're big or you've got cellulite.
Unless you're Cindy Crawford, you shouldn't be showing your body
Yeah,
kind
you
of
shouldn't
thing.
be showing your body. But it's changed. The world has changed. And I think someone messaged me, sent me a beautiful DM yesterday and she was like, I'm going through perimenopause and this is how I'm feeling and the weight's really hard to lose and I'm feeling like shit and like my moods are all over the place and I'm trying to get it sorted out. And I was like, that's because no one talks about it. We ain't dead after 40.
Yeah.
We're just beginning.
I've changed my Instagram bio to exactly that.
Did you not? We're really getting into like our Instas.
No, for sure. Listen, this is what I wrote on my Insta bio. I put almost 40 and only just getting started.
Oh, that's
Yep.
exactly right.
Living fiercely, manifesting 1111.
Oh my God, one day we're going to look back at this shit and cringe like we did for like our Facebook statuses.
Yeah.
I love it though. It's so good.
I just get annoyed that I can only put 150 characters in there.
Oh, me.
I'm like,
150
how can I shorten this word so people can still understand what I'm saying?
Well, it was me last night because I used to love to write captions and I haven't written anymore because everything's about reels and photos and
who reads captions these days?
I know, but I just had the urge to write and I can never fit a caption in, what?
Is that a caption?
That's a caption. That's a whole novel. I love to write.
I was about to say, what series is that a part of? Because that is humongous.
I know, but I used to love to write and you can't, I think it's 2,000 characters, but I was like.
Shit, in a caption?
In a caption, 2,200. And I had to even shorten this to fit.
Whoa.
Because sometimes.
Can I have a snippet of that?
A snippet of this?
So
What did I write?
this was not an attack. No, what do we want to call this? Not an attack at someone. No,
No, it's
what,
not.
What is it?
Absolutely not.
It's like a.
It was me getting for me when I
Speaking your
write,
truth.
I just get things off my chest.
Yeah.
That's how because that's just me. For me, I have to get it out in words on paper because sometimes I'm actually better on paper than I am in speaking.
Except for I can't read your fucking handwriting.
Yeah, my handwriting is like a doctor, but I know what it means, if that makes sense. Sometimes. But like I think in this post that I wrote yesterday, it was about thanking the woman that I am and who I was.
Oh God, don't make me cry.
I know. I was like, to the woman that I was, thank you for learning the hard lessons and pushing through even when I felt even when it felt impossible. To the woman that I am now, I'm proud of you and how you've shown up even when it was messy, uncomfortable or full of doubt. And to the woman I'm becoming, I'm excited for everything ahead because it's never too late to add new chapters to our story or dream up adventures that reshape our lives. So the last few years have changed me in so many ways. So motherhood, body changes, growth and pain, learning to embrace my beautiful, goofy, messy self even when it felt like everybody had an opinion. And don't get me wrong, they still do. I get told I wish I had your confidence. And quietly, I always wish that I always felt that too. But I realize that confidence doesn't come before the leap. It's built with every step forward, even when you're unsure. So trust me, I'm unsure a lot, but I always take the leap anyway. I found comfort in discomfort because staying small and letting fear seep into everything actually feels so much worse. So I'm saying yes to showing up, especially after life changes. And it is hard, but saying no and living with the what ifs, that's even harder. So I choose to stop at being hard on myself and to show up anyway and find a little bit more peace with every day. This small corner of the internet has brought me so much joy, but also opened me up to judgment about my life, my body, and my decisions. But hate is going to hate, and many people project their own insecurities onto you, and that's on them, not us. So I'll keep showing up with my lumps, my bumps, my messiness, navigating as life as a woman, sharing everyday shit, laughing at myself along the way, and maybe helping you see that you are always worthy and that you are normal as fuck along the way too. So here's to embracing change, even when it's daunting, and knowing that being fully yourself is the most courageous thing that you can do. And as Jewel once said, the best part of being authentic is that there is no image to maintain. You will delight some and disturb others, and none of it will concern the truth of your being. So let's heal for the girl that you were, protect the woman that you are now, and fight for the queen that you were created to be.
Stop. I want to cry.
Stop.
My lip is quivering.
I just looked up.
I'm so proud of you.
I love you.
Oh,
I actually it felt
do you know
nice
what?
to read that.
I saw your post and I was like, yeah, girl, you get it. But I didn't actually read the caption because I'm blind and I didn't have my glasses. And do you know why? I'm
Right.
so glad I didn't read it because that was way more powerful coming from your mouth.
Actually, I didn't think I was going to read the whole lot. And as I started to read it,
no, that is like,
it felt
that is important.
really good.
That is like
It felt powerful to read it out loud, actually, because the last few years have been some of the hardest years of my life. And yes, I love creating on Instagram and I love sharing what I do and like the beautiful community that like I've created because they're just awesome women with dirty fucking gutter minds, beautiful senses of humor, but they're also going through the same shit every single day. And it's good. We don't have to show up as anything but ourselves. And we don't all have these glamorous, beautiful lives. We have shit every day. We go to the shops. We deal with our life. We've got family members that we do and don't talk to and friends and fucking shit that we all go through. So that's all I want. Actually, that's what I want moving forward into my life. I just want to fight for the person that I want to be. Like, I want to be better every day.
Do you know how important that is, like, as a mum? Like, everything that you're standing for is actually such, like, an important role model for you, for your daughters. Like, I can't even talk right now. I'm getting really emotional. But, like, I get so proud of you because, like, imagine having a mum that is doing all of these things that you're doing. Like, you're not even my mum and I'm so proud of you. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's so important. Like your girls are going to grow up and be so fierce. Like they're going to be like, my mum did this and I can do it. Like,
Yeah, I hope so. They're fierce already.
Oh, for sure they are.
It's hard. It's hard raising teenagers right now, to be honest, and it is hard raising the two little ones together. But I don't know. I just feel
This is your calling to me. Like I feel like this is your calling. Like
I feel strong right now.
Yeah.
Even though like
you've just been, well, you were crying yesterday.
I
Do you
was
know what I mean?
literally
Like,
crying my eyes out, and I have to give a bit of context to what happened. Like so, yesterday, basically, like I've in my friendship group. Like I just found out something that just really upset me, and it's hard for me to talk about. That something was said behind my back, and I feel like, and it had been said in regards to like something that they'd seen on Instagram. So they'd watched a few stories and made assumptions about my life and my health based on, the tiny snippets that I might have shared on stories. And I opened myself up for that. When you're going to be on Instagram or social media or TikTok, whatever it is, you open yourself up for that. And I'm usually quite okay with it. I'm okay with it coming from strangers.
yeah.
But I think when it comes from friends and people that should know you better, it hurts a lot more. And yeah, it gutted me. What I like, for example, like I haven't drank for 8 weeks and I'm not a big drinker in general. Hey, I love a tequila. Don't get me
But
wrong.
you don't drink on a weekly basis.
No.
Like if you drink like every few months, maybe.
And
Not
I
even.
might have had like, what have I had like in total over the
A few
last couple of
sips of
times? I
things,
probably had
not really.
half a glass of champagne at Melbourne Cup.
Yeah, like you haven't really drunk
At
anything.
all. And I could barely eat over those last couple of months. And, you know, even people sending me messages randomly and going, oh my God, you look so drunk. I wasn't drunk at all. That's
the
just me.
issue,
I'm
though,
wild.
when you live like without caring about what people think of you, sometimes people think that you're drunk because we're dancing silly or
Having
just
fun.
having fun,
Letting loose.
like literally just having fun.
Yeah.
That does not mean that we're high on cocaine and have been drinking alcohol.
Oh my God.
Like,
I love
why
that's where
straight
you go.
away? But that's true.
Yeah.
Like,
I think because
I'm
it's
just
very
saying,
prevalent.
lately, like
Oh
me and
my
Rose have gone
God.
out, and like we weren't aware that Tom, Dick, and Harry are all on cocaine.
I didn't
realize.
I think am I old?
It comes out like a fucking Jack in the Box. Where from? Who knows? Where'd that
It
come
doesn't.
from?
And I have look. To be honest with you, both of us, we don't care. Well, you do
Not
whatever
judging,
you want to do with your body
But
and
I
your
will
life.
never touch that.
No,
ever.
Me either. I'm happy having a few drinks, and I'm not really even a drinker for that matter. Like,
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if you're like being fun and, you know, fuck, if we dance on a table, we're not high, we're not drunk, like we're just having fun.
it's just us letting ourselves be who we want to be, and just, you know, I love that about us.
But also on the other side of it, like I laugh because how many times have we received messages saying, like last week I showed you a message from somebody going, I want to be friends with you guys and you guys have the best time together, or like just anything like that. It's like you guys can do that with your friends too, you know.
Yeah.
But also this comes back to like you talking about as well, like your whole life you felt like you dull yourself down for people.
I have. Yep. Yep. It's awful. I've definitely. I think being having created, and that's not even my full-time job, by the way, just to put it that way. I have come out of it's been a space where I felt very safe to actually show the real me. Which is exactly what you see, pretty much what you get. But I definitely have. I've dulled myself down. So in certain spaces, I have dressed differently or not acted completely myself because I haven't wanted to make other people feel uncomfortable because I'm a people pleaser.
But also, I don't know about, I'm not speaking for you, but I've also done the same where I'm like, oh, I don't really want to stand out in this crowd because they look like a crowd that won't feel me.
Yeah. You got to, to be honest with you, I agree with reading the room. Don't get me wrong. You got to read the room in every situation.
If everyone's wearing corporate suits, you're not going to dance on a table.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But
maybe not.
Maybe depends if you can get them out of their shell. But yeah, you've got to read the room. But then I think as well, you shouldn't always feel like you are dulling yourself down or not being yourself. And it's so unhealthy because I feel like you definitely attract the wrong sort. Yes, what you put out.
Yeah.
So if you're not being yourself, you're going to attract the wrong sort of people in your life.
That's 100% true. I was just going to read out, like, I think when I put a post up on our thing saying that we were returning.
Yes.
You had shared like a previous clip of us talking about like, I think it was like, don't ever think that you're a burden on anyone. And one of our good friends, Lani, sent a message saying, I'm forever making myself smaller, not to burden anybody.
Oh.
I haven't replied to it yet, but like
Lani.
the amount of people that feel that way.
Yes. So we had a post, it was after we were talking about your dad's suicide.
Yes.
So we just ended that episode with sort of saying, you know, don't ever feel like you are a burden on anyone. Don't feel like you can't reach out and talk to somebody or just tell even just one person about how you're feeling. And I know sometimes even telling one person is very fucking hard.
Oh, yeah.
So, just find that trusted person, whoever it may be. And sometimes it doesn't have to be who you think it is. You might find that your work colleague is the person that you feel like safest talking to because they don't know everything about you and they're not involved in your personal life.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we shared that and we were just saying reach out. You're not a burden on anyone and you're definitely not alone because so many people struggle with mental health in all different spectrums. Like just because you're suffering with mental health doesn't mean that you're like at the level where you think that you want to maybe end your own life.
That's right.
You could be at the side where you're just getting like quite depressed and you're constantly falling in and out of these like really sad moments. Like it's a spectrum.
I feel like that's me every second week.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like one week I'm like, oh my God, doom and gloom. And then next week I'm like, butterflies and rainbows.
Yeah, and I think this is why it is really important to share. The fact that even Lani shared that with you or with us from that post, that's actually very powerful for her, even just sharing that. So I don't know, like I think everybody using their voices in some way, shape or form in their family, with their friends, whether that be online or wherever, it's really important.
Too many people stay quiet. That's the issue here.
Yeah.
But even me too, like sometimes I feel like, you know, I'll have a shitty day and, you know, I'll have a conversation with people about how I'm feeling and it is taken like by them a bit weird.
You reckon?
Yeah. I've had a few conversations recently. I feel like with you always I can be like, oh, hey, I'm feeling like this, blah, blah, blah. I don't ever feel like I can't talk to you. But there's been a few conversations lately where I've said, you know, I feel like I'm in a dark place or whatever, and they get really awkward. Like they actually don't really know what to say. But the thing is, like, all you need to do is just be like, that's okay. Like, I'm listening to you.
It's about listening, I think, more than responding.
Yeah.
I think they get awkward because they feel like they have to respond with a solution.
Yeah.
You don't actually need to have a solution when you're listening to somebody going through something.
Yeah. Like, doesn't mean they're asking you professional advice.
No.
Do you know what I mean? They just need somebody to listen to.
Yeah. They just need to get it off their chest sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people are like
That's what I'm saying. So, like, if somebody comes to you and they're opening up about something that's quite, you know, what could be scary to you, I think definitely just be there and not judge at all and literally just be like, you know, I'm hearing you.
Yeah.
That's important.
I think that is important. I think there's give and take, and I think, you know, everybody needs to be heard. Just remember, like, when was that you?
Yeah.
You know, just 2 seconds out of your day.
Yeah.
And then even just a checkup. Just even a week's time, just like, how you been feeling since last week? You been okay? You been feeling better? And sometimes they're going to be like, actually, yeah, I felt so much better just talking about it. Or, I mean, I'm not feeling like I'm not feeling great, but I am feeling better. Like, you know, just check in. Just do that extra check in. It doesn't take 2 seconds. Oh, in saying that, fucking Christmas is coming and the goose is getting fat.
Oh my God, your Christmas Insta stories have been driving me wild.
I love Christmas.
You're so damn creative, man.
I love Christmas. You're creative.
Yeah, but I'm not building bloody presents, towers and lollipop candy cane things. Like, what the hell?
I think I've never had my parents weren't big on Christmas, so I became.
Were they not?
No.
As Italians?
No. Like,
what's
Christmas dinner.
What is Italian Christmas? What's the word again?
Wogfest or what?
No, there's a name. It's like Buon Natale.
Oh, Buon Natale, yeah.
Buon Natale.
Yeah, like Christmas Day was a big deal. Like the food, the festivities, getting together, but like barely putting up a Christmas tree and presents. We didn't really get many presents at all. So I live out my childhood. My inner child is like my inner childhood dreams.
Your front door is your inner childhood dreams.
Oh my God. My mum and dad, I still laugh. We once got a helmet for Christmas each.
Like a bike helmet?
A bike helmet.
Did you have a bike?
We didn't have a bike.
That's in case you run into a brick wall.
And there's a photo of
Was
me.
it? Why?
No,
Why?
Me and Carl, and we were so excited. So me and Carl.
Was it like a, hold a minute.
We were
what?
like this.
I'm so confused. Was it, here's your helmet this year, I'm getting you a bike next year?
I don't know if they couldn't afford the bike or if they were planning on getting the bike and didn't get it. We had a trike, like a 3-wheel tricycle that was 4 centimetres
You
up the
don't
floor.
really need a helmet for that.
We're in a Christmas photo as happy as pigs in shit. Like we were like,
With your helmet.
with our helmet. We were so
Was
excited.
it like those old school 80 helmets?
Like, yes, the stack hat thing. So I have now wanted to give my kids like this magical experience ever since, and I just love every single thing about it. I received so much shit for putting my Christmas decorations up and my tree in November, but fuck you all.
But also, I just unpacked my Christmas tree from last year 2 days ago. So that's how it feels. That's
it feels-
literally. I pulled the box out and I was like, I swear to God, I just taped this bitch up like 2 days ago.
It's come around really quick, and I also think what a waste. Everyone's like, it's not even December. What a waste of my Christmas tree and my fucking time.
Yeah.
You know how much time it takes to put that thing
also
up?
money. How much have you spent on decorations? Because I tell you now, I spent $74 just today on 4 baubles.
4?
I don't know.
Jesus
Literally,
Christ.
it was bed, bath and table.
No,
I think
yeah,
it was
beautiful,
I think
though.
it was 5.
Yeah,
5
there's
baubles.
No, I've collected mine over the years. So I've collected pieces. Collect them.
Same.
Bit by bit. But then stuff breaks and shit disintegrates.
I can't help myself. I go into the shops and I'm like, they're so pretty.
They're so beautiful.
I'm just going to add that. And then today I'm adding those 4 things on. I'm like, well, I got no space on this tree.
Jesus. But like, okay, but I put my tree up early. I take it down fucking like 27th of December. I'm like, bye. Everything goes back in that box. Some people leave it up till January. I think that's just as bad.
Like, I'm pretty sure I took mine down 26 last year.
Yeah, I could happily do it.
I just want my house clean again. Clean, free of clutter.
And before the new year. Some people leave it well into January and I'm like, hold on, that's worse. I'd prefer to be festive in November than leave my tree up till January.
My mum always used to say you can't start a new year with your tree still up.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yes,
my mum always
Rose,
said that.
You are 100% on point.
Yeah, she's like, you can't start a fresh year still living back in the past kind of thing.
Oh.
That's a bumper sticker.
I like that. Like, we've been full of quotes and full of deepness today.
Yeah.
Oh, I've gone through all the emotions. But yes, I'm so excited about Christmas this year. I really want to go away. I've only just told Chrystal today.
Literally, I was like, book that shit for me. I'm coming.
I was like, I want to leave. So Craig flies in on the 25th of December at lunchtime. I want to be on a plane to Bali by Christmas night for a week.
That sounds like heaven to me.
And this is
Will you pack your tree down that night then? Because you're going to be taking, see, if you're not coming back in Jan, like.
I might have to pack it down.
You're going to pack it down?
Or I'll pack most of the decoration. I'll put all the other house decorations away and maybe the tree I'll just leave. That's fine. But I do not want to be here. Someone said something about Bali today, and for me, Bali does something to my soul. I know there's plenty of Bali haters out there, but I'm not one of them.
No.
I go there and I'm like, island time. My soul feels soothed. I do the yoga, I do the meditation, I do the cocktails, I do the sun, I do the non-touristy shit. Like I will go on hikes and bushwalk, or not bushwalks, but tropical walks and get on a bike, and I just do not want to be here. And I've just decided this today because my big kid said, Indian Scarlet was like, if we go away, we don't want anything for Christmas. And I was like, done.
Oh, wow, that's good.
They don't want anything. They would like just get us some travel, bits and pieces, cool soaps and makeup, lip glossy.
All the fun stuff that you get when you're a teenager.
So who knows by the end of the week or the day.
Can you let me know by tonight what's happening? Because I think I'm coming.
I don't want to do it. I just can't do a week here.
Yeah.
I want to be there for New Year's, but Craig will fly back early, but I'll stay if I do it.
How long's between Christmas and New Year's though? What, is that a week and a half or something? Or is it a week?
No, let's have a quick look.
I know. I was like, I'm just going to have a squizzy.
Oh my God, I've gotten 50.
Yeah, it's literally a week.
Yeah, it's a week. So Craig will have to leave earlier.
That excites me. But look, listen here. Remember, we go to Bali in Jan too.
That doesn't bother me. That's just another exciting thing. That just keeps me going.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably go somewhere for my birthday in March. I have to go in March.
Well, why?
Because Craig has 2 and 2. So he's FIFO. He goes from 2 weeks on, 1 week off to 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
Okay.
So that might work when he goes in March.
Do you know the dates that he's going to?
I think, he's like, March is 2 days after your birthday, Rose. So he's like, calm down. This is what he was telling me today.
Okay.
I've told him what I want. I already knew that I've had an inkling of what he was going to get me anyway.
What?
I think, I don't want to say it, that he doesn't do it. I think
is he going to listen to it? He does listen.
No, does he?
Yeah, I think so.
Sometimes.
I think he listens sometimes, yeah.
He's a beautiful little supporter. I think he's going to get me a ring.
Oh.
Because remember.
Like what? Like an engagement
I hope he doesn't
ring?
listen.
Like
I'm just going to tell him no. I think he's going to
propose
again.
Oh.
I have a feeling. Oh my God, I've said it now. I've said it out. So whoever.
No, we'll laugh about that if it doesn't happen.
It doesn't. Because ever since I was 20, I never got the wedding of my dreams. I'm not saying I didn't have a great wedding.
Well, you were
Loved
up the
my
duff, weren't you?
No, I already had him.
Oh, that's right.
And he was a year old at our wedding. All I ever wanted to do was elope. I wanted to go to Vegas, elope, and get married by a fat Elvis. Like not a skinny Elvis, like the old school fat, big sideburn, sweaty Elvis. Yeah. And just have a little Vegas wedding, have like a little trip around the States, and then go home and just be like, we're married. But we had a big Italian wedding and it was completely not me. And so ever since then I said, when I turn 40, I'm going to get remarried to Craig by Elvis. I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but we are going to get married this year.
Well, look, you did look at flights and it was ridiculous.
The flights to America in next year in September is like $18,000 to take the whole fam.
So we could try and sell your kidney on the black market.
I don't think I need both the kidneys, right?
No.
Just need one.
I'll sell mine. You sell yours.
Oh, one each. And then we'll do something.
Done.
Fine.
Surely we'd get 18 grand each for each kidney. Guys, I'm joking.
No, we are.
Maybe not.
Maybe.
I don't even know where to sell it. Do you put it on Marketplace? Hey guys, kidney for sale.
Who bloody knows? Who bloody knows? Yeah, but
To
can
the
you imagine
highest
going
bidder.
under? They'd just steal your whole. You wouldn't even wake up.
Yeah, they'd take your whole intestine. Well,
Yeah,
they won't want your intestines. Half of it's missing.
No, that's no good. That's no good. Anyway, we digress. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed catching up with us. Oh, we certainly enjoyed catching up with each other.
We've talked for 55 minutes pretty much.
I know.
What did we even talk about, guys? I don't know. But I feel like you would have got something from this.
Yes.
There was a few good bits in there that you could take. But, you know, you got to shift through some of the shit.
Yeah,
but, you know, there's a few good bits in there.
Us catching up. But look, if there's anyone that you want to hear from in the future on the potty, we have some beautiful guests lined up that will be in the next couple of weeks as well. And there's going to be more of us just chatting as well about life, about topics that you want to hear from, because that's actually the feedback that we've been getting the most. That you want to hear about two mates just doing life, and we're happy to do that, to be honest.
And I think too, like with having guests on,
It's not enough because we love a long podcast.
we love a long one.
I feel like the guests we get on, they've got so much to offer that like we want to have a 3-hour podcast, and obviously that is
We
a lot.
can't do it.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think we are going to do more of just, you know, the chats with us. But like Rose said, if there's anybody that you really want to hear from, like we will reach out to them.
Yeah, I'm excited for the potty's nearly a year, will be nearly a year
In
old.
March.
Shit.
That went fast.
God. I know.
I just registered again for.
Actually, when you said that, I was like, it's nearly
'cause
going to
it
be a
came
year
up,
old.
The registration just came up to register the name again, and I was like, I only did it for 1 year because I was like, are we going to keep doing this? I don't know. We'll
And
just
here we
do 1
are.
year.
Who knows?
And then I was like, bitch, please, I'm putting this for 3 years now.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It
Just
is
to
a lot of
catch up.
fun.
I enjoy it. You never know. You never know where life will bring us. But yeah, honestly, well, other than that, we will see you next week or talk to you next week. So I don't know what I was going to say.
Take care of yourselves.
And take care of each other.
Peace out, guys.
Bye.